world of professional sport and specifically team sports, typically there's four different strength and conditioning roles that you can apply for and ultimately get. You'll have your assistant strength and conditioning coach, which typically will look after the developing players on the list. So if that was an AFL club, your 1st to 4-year players. And then you've got your strength and power coach, who is the weights room coach. They design their strength and power program specifically for more the senior players on the list. So those 4 years plus. And then you've got your reconditioning coach, who works closely with the medical team and the coaches to put programs together to allow athletes to come back from injury. And then you've got your high performance manager that typically has experienced most of these roles in the past, and now they're managing the program and working very closely with the coaches, the medical staff, and the strength and conditioning coach, sports scientist, to build out the best program for the playing squad. Typically, key skill sets for an assistant strength and conditioning coach. So you want to have a good ability to teach, because you're working with the raw athletes of the training squad. For them, they're getting information overload. So your ability to be able to refine your message, your coaching cues, to be as efficient as possible, because you need to understand this group. So relationship building is key, ability to teach, ability to communicate really effectively. Obviously, you've got to be able to have a good rapport and have a good understanding of how that athlete learns, and ensure that you're able to challenge them, stretch them, but also support them and make them feel like they've got somebody in their corner that's got their best interests at heart. So previous roles that can help with that, working in a high school, of course, because the demographic is a similar age, so they'll have similar challenges, and also those with personal training experience or one-on-one experience, because you will have at times some one-on-one exposures. In terms of the reconditioning role, key skill sets will be understanding injury, pathology, medical jargon, and it doesn't mean that you need to know how to read a scan and diagnose, but you need to be able to have a good relationship with the medical team, have open and honest conversations, be able to understand how they're seeing the injury and the process towards return to play, and equally bring your expertise to the table. So if you've worked in a physio medical clinic that has a personal trainer or strength and conditioning coach, so any form of experience working with doctors and physiotherapists will be hugely helpful for when you move into that reconditioning role, because you will work hand in hand with the rehab physiotherapist. Key responsibilities will be individualizing the strength and conditioning program to suit that athlete, their injury history, but also the current injury that they're managing. When it comes to strength and power, the best strength and power coaches that I've worked with have a really good ability to be able to engage the group, brief really strongly, short, sharp presentations with the playing squad at the start of the session, set the tones, the intent's really high consistently, have presentations, visual-based videos, what the program is looking to help transfer on the field, and going through periodized plan where there is variation over the year, so it doesn't become monotonous, but at the same time, the consistent pillars of the program are in place, i.e. max strength, power, plyometric reactive strength, hamstring mitigation, calf mitigation, and ensuring also it's another opportunity to be able to develop efficient running mechanics. Key skill sets, like I talked about, being able to engage a big group, keep them engaged in the program, motivated in the program to give maximum intent, having different tools that you can lean on to have variation while still keeping the main thing on training prescription, and also having a really good understanding of different methods that you may use for playing squads. Common mistakes coaches can make is trying to combine and blur all of these at once. So I would prioritize the skill sets that you need for the current role you're in, maximize that, do the best possible job you can with the athletes you're working with, no matter what the level, because you never know when you'll be in a similar position, similar role in the future, but at a full-time capacity. Make sure to do research specific to the problems that you're facing now with your current training squad. Speak to practitioners that are experts in that field, that are working with that demographic, and then apply that to the current athlete you're working, and that will pay dividends. Just continually keep doing that. Whereas if you're always focusing on where you want to be next and you're putting energy towards that, you're not applying it to actual athletes and coaching it and teaching it. So I don't think it develops you as well as just focusing on where you currently are and doing the best you can with those athletes and getting the best outcomes, best results you can for them.